let's say I'm looking for some integration support, right? It could be different if it's positive or a challenging one. But like, how do I assess that that person is going to be like a good fit for me? And are there any red flags that would make me be like, I don't think that person is the right fit for me, or I don't think they're actually doing safe or positive work for people.
I would say that the first and most important thing is whatever you're feeling with that person. I think that there are as many therapists as clients. So if your gut feeling tells you that that person is not to be trusted, then don't go there or stop immediately. Then, if credentials or qualifications are important for you, I think it's worth to check where has this person learned, what sort of experience they have, who do they say that their mentors and teachers are. For me, that's always a sign of integrity and being honest. Like, who have you learned from? Who are your teachers? Who could vouch for you if needed? And also the relationship that this practitioner has towards the lineage, if they do belong to a lineage or not, and how do they talk about their teachers or their elders. I think that that's always a good sign. And then, what is this practitioner offering you? What are they promising you? I think that big promises in integration or therapy or any form of support are not a good sign. If somebody's promising anything that sounds like really too far out or too magical or too impressive, I would maybe check with more depth what they really do. And then, at least for me, it's important to know what's your way of working. What are we going to be doing if we do that? What should I expect from our interactions? How long is this integration going to be? How long are the sessions? What will we do in the sessions? I mean, maybe you don't need to be obsessive about that, but to have a general idea that they can explain what is their model of working, for me, that is important. And then maybe this is a more subtle thing. I think it's important to work with practitioners that are aligned to what you expect and that will not add more problems than you have. Sometimes you go to a therapist trying to solve a situation, and then you go home with 3 more problems. All of a sudden, you have a trauma that you have not processed, you have an attachment style that needs to be worked on, and you have some, I don't know what, that also needs to be worked on. So all of a sudden, instead of having one challenging experience that I need to integrate, all of a sudden I have 3 problems. So if your therapist or practitioner is adding problems that it's going to extend the therapy, or, all of a sudden things are much more complicated than they look like, I don't feel so comfortable with that. Sometimes therapists, we can have the tendency to create a need. So if you feel that the integration practice that you're following or what they propose is creating a need, that if you don't do that, you're not doing things right, for me, that is not a